Vladimir Johannsson is a very strange movie. Yes, this is an A24 film, and it may look like The Witch with all this bovine imagery, but this is definitely not The Witch. And if anything, this feels a lot more like Yorgos Lanthimos' The Lobster. It keeps the characters realistic despite their completely unrealistic situation. It never gets quite as crazy as you think it will. So, what's Lamb actually about? Well, that's complicated, and I can't really say much without spoiling the movie, but here's a rundown. Spoiler free. Marie and her husband Igvar live in the mountains raising sheep. They have a strained marriage, but we don't really know why. One night, as they're pulling sheep from the wombs of their mothers, an adorable sheep hybrid pops out, and of course the couple chooses to keep her. From there, the movie stops being anything close to a horror film and becomes a slice of life anime, basically. You know, some my daughter's a sheep, so what type stuff. That's about as much as I can say. So, should you watch this? If you want a true horror movie, or even something like the rest of the A24 catalog, then no. And if you wanted a weird movie, also no, because other than the weird setup, the film is very down to earth. So who's this movie made for? Well, we are once again stepping into the realm of films as art and not entertainment. So if you're okay with that, then yes, this movie is for you. There is a compelling film here. Just like on a technical level, it has organic yet stunning cinematography. It really takes its time to explore its location, this remote mountain range, as it changes from season to season, giving the film a comfortable isolation. The movie sets into a familiar art house rhythm of long shots with few cuts for the viewer to really soak in the scenery. And the occupants of the scenery are subdued in contrast, weathered and well worked in this beautiful yet harsh landscape. The wife, Marie's character in particular, has a very interesting mixture of the vulnerability you would expect of a typical mother character with the admittedly cold efficiency of someone leading a hard life on a farm. This is a good hard film, approachable yet requiring a bit of effort on your part if you want to get the most out of it. I recommend this if you want to be part of the experiment and you have a little bit of time on your hands, and maybe if you have a couple of friends that are a little bit more open-minded. So I say watch it and let me know what you think. Drop a comment below, but stick around for a brief spoiler discussion if you want, and if not, I'll see you guys at the next screening. Peace. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the entire plot, as we may watch this with you guys if you're down for it. What I really want to talk about is the central question the movie presents. Ada, the half-sheep, half-human hybrid, who is actually her parents? The ones that had her or the ones that raised her? The movie very early takes the sheep's side. I mean, the movie opens with them as the focus. The humans don't even talk for a very noticeable part of the movie. Like, you are just with the sheep for like a decent amount of time. And we can see this perspective throughout the time that Ada's mother is alive. She never really oversteps the boundaries of a mother, only want to get her child back. Despite how the trailer presents it, where it makes it look like all the sheep are going after her because she did this, it's really just one mother sheep like, hey, can I have my daughter back? So when Maria kills Ada's mother, it's kind of unfair because she's a sheep. I mean, so her pulling a gun out and shooting her just because she was an inconvenience because she took her daughter was kind of cold-blooded. And the movie makes you want to be like, I don't know, that's okay. I mean, but it is a sheep, half human, but whatever. So after her death, the movie changes focus to develop Marie and Ingvar's character a lot more, like just enough for us to get to accept this new family before violently whipping back into the sheep's perspective as her father murders Ingvar in what feels like an equally unfair death. This feels very intentional. If Ada's father were to murder Maria, it would have just been revenge because she did kill his wife, but because Ingvar is unaware the entire film, he's just as vulnerable as Ada's mother in our eyes. I believe this is the reason for the weird premise of the movie. If it was a human mother versus a human mother, then we would have almost always sided with the original mother because, I mean, that's her daughter. But because it was a sheep, it was just an animal in our eyes. And it complicates things even more as Ada is half sheep, half human. So, like, whose side does she belong to? She's part of both worlds. And speaking of both worlds, I mentioned something in the non-spoiler section about this sub-layer in the film. Well, most of the film fits together nicely, but there's some particular points that stand out. The first is Maria's dreams. The demon sheeps could easily just be like her guilty conscience, but it's hard to believe that after you see Ada's dad is a literal human with a ram head. Like, how do you explain that? Like, this is where we have to really speculate. The movie doesn't tell us anything about him. Like, who is he? Where did he come from? Is he a demon? Or is he freaking Satan? There's also this weird interaction with Ada. The first one you see is when the dad at first is kind of upset about his wife taking Ada as their daughter, but then you kind of skip and then he's just okay with her being there. You kind of, because the movie is kind of broken up into chapters, so you don't see what happens for him to want to be her dad, but he just loves her. And you get a similar scene to an even greater extent with Peter, Igvar's brother, where he's aiming a gun at Ada and then it jumps and then Maria is waking up and then Peter is holding Ada and like nothing has happened. So it's like, what is going on? I got really strong Omen vibes. So how do these parts come together? I think this movie needs a second viewing, and I'm tired of rambling. So let me know if you saw anything, if you figured anything out that I couldn't figure out on my first viewing. And let me know if you guys want to see us watch this. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching my first one of these reviews. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys at the next screening.